first event on Summer Games 1 is pole vaulting. And here's how it works. First, you select your bar height. Basically, how high you want to vault over. Higher bar, better the score. If you're playing in competition mode, compete in all some or one events, then you will choose simply yes or no to start off the game. If you choose yes to the specific bar height, you have to keep leaping on consecutive higher ones. If you choose no, then it'll allow you to go to the next one above it. But unless you complete at least one, you get no score. After you choose a bar height, or just before you make your next jump, you have to select a pole grip. Basically, lower pole grips offer faster sense towards the bar and better speed for leaping, but you won't be able to clear higher bar heights with them, so you'll have to get used to medium and high pole grips at some point. Once you're ready to jump, press the fire button once more, push down to put the pole into place, then tap up to flip the guy upwards, which will also slow your ascent, so timing is crucial. Then press the button to let go of the pole and flip over the bar. Let's see if I can pull this off. Up and button. Oops, tapped it. Alright, let's try that again. Alright. Down. Up. Button. Gosh. Yeah, the trick is you have to flip up soon enough. Yeah, like that. There you go. Third the charm. You get 3 tries in competition mode for every height that you try to attempt. So there you go. That's pole vaulting. On to the next event. This is platform diving. Basically, you try to spin several times in the air, then land as close to head first as possible, or feet first. As long as you're landing close to vertical, they're basically content. In practice mode, you get to choose which type of dive you want to use. But in competition mode, you'll do each dive in order. And you've only got 1 shot at each dive, but all 4 scores are added up anyway, so basically it's an average of how well you do on 4 tries. Anyway, let's get started. Basically, you press the button to dive, push down to tuck into your roll, then push up to come out of it, and try to land head first. Now that's a good dive. Let's try the other dives. Oops, that was closer to a belly flop, but still not bad. Reverse dive. Wow. Alright, I'm keeping this video for sure. I don't care if I belly flop the next one. That was perfect. Or so they say. And now the inward dive. Oops. Not so great, but nonetheless you get the idea. Anyway, after all that, on to our next event. Welcome to the 4x400 meter relay. Basically, what happens here is you're going to pass off a baton from one person to the next as you run along a course. Holding right speeds your character up, but at the cost of the stamina bar, which will appear next to your name, and holding left will proceed to slowly regenerate it. Basically, the idea is to beat out your opponent. And even though I've got a computer pacer, technically I still win because the game will always record your score no matter what. Well, if you're playing against a computer, yeah, it's almost impossible to beat the computer, and besides, the computer usually cheats. I'm not kidding. Beating the computer takes a heck of a lot of work. And as I said, since it doesn't truly matter, then what difference does it make? Anyway, let's get started. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Press the fire button to also prepare yourself to race, and press the fire button when you're next to the next when you oops, sorry about that. Press the fire button when you're next to the next person in line in order to pass off the baton. When you pass off the baton, of course, it also instantly fills your bar. You have to watch out, because if you run out of energy, your character will tire out and really start slowing down. Go, go, go! See what I mean? I'm pushing right and he still wouldn't move. Oh well. See you next event. Welcome, friends, to the 100-meter dash. Same goal, get to the finish line before your opponent, but the controls are a little different. In this case, instead of just holding right and pressing left to restore, you'll notice that there will be no stamina bars when I get started. Instead, you're expected to push left, right, repeatedly. Oh yeah, this could hurt a bit. Well, here we go. Eesh. Wish me luck. Eesh. Analog stick users, you might do well. So might people with actual joysticks, and maybe keyboard veterans. But you control pad users? Oh wait! I beat the comp? Wow! Go me! Okay! Wow, I actually beat the computer opponent. Go me! Alright, see you next event. Welcome to Gymnastics. Basically, imagine the platform diving event with a lot more precision to it, like increased about 3 times the previous level. What you have to do is you're going to take a run, press the fire button to jump off the mat onto the springboard. Then, when on the yellow horse, press the fire button to jump off, push up to go into a spin, then push down to come out of the spin, try to land on your feet. If you start to get off balance, push in the opposite direction you're leaning in order to stay on your feet. Got all that? Alright. Let's see if I can pull any of that off. It's possible. I have stuck a couple of landings, but it is hard. Let's try it. Jump, jump, and not enough spin. Yeah, you also have to time the jump off the wooden horse. Oops. No. And yeah, you only get 2 jumps. So let's try this again. Did I mention that if you're pushing a button or pushing a direction as you land, that you will probably fall regardless? Like so. I'd like to stick at least 1 landing. As I said, you have to have a precision timing for this. If you're really desperate, you can just go for a lot of spins, and that'll get a decent score regardless. But seriously, I have no real skill at this. Oh, okay. I'm wrong. Holding down after you come out of your spin will proceed to help you stick your landing. Okay. There we go. Still not easy, but now we might be able to have a better shot at this. Okay. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3. Hold down. No, no, no. There we go. Still miserable landing, but nonetheless. Jump. Down and lean too far. Alright, one more set of jumps. One more set of jumps. Why not? Stay on your feet. Whoa! That's good. If I can get a second good landing, this might actually be something worth watching at the end. And no. That was destiny, wasn't it? Now, still, all ones. Sounds about right, doesn't it? In any case, see you next event. Welcome to swimming! As far as I'm concerned, the most boring event out of the entire two summer games. Well, games. Out of all the events, this is the one I can stand the least. Why? Because there's really not that much to do. You push right to enter the water, and then after you enter the water, you do a half circle in the direction that your arm is swinging from left to right when you're going to the right, or right to left, obviously going the opposite direction, and press the fire button as your arm enters the pool. Well, tell you what, I'll explain as we go. Just tap right to dive in, and let's begin. Yeah, not much I can say. There's also a relay version, which is basically the same, just 4 times as long. Yeah. I'm real excited to try that. Yeah, if you start falling behind, the screen will actually push you. Eesh. That's the only real difference between the 100-meter freestyle and the 400-meter swimming relay. Gee, swim again? No, 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 no. On with the next event. Event, Skeet Shooting. Basically, it's what you imagine. You point a crosshair at clay pigeons that are going to fly by, and you try to blow them to bits. You get one shot per target. I'm sorry, I love that. I love that sound of the hunt. And you try to hit every last one of the target. I think there are 20 targets total, if I recall. And those targets move quick. Basically, as long as it's in the blast area, it counts. And as I said, 1 shot per target on the screen. So when there are 2 targets, 2 shots, and otherwise 1 shot. Anyway, I'm gonna try and hit them all, oh yeah, one more thing, they're always in the same pattern. So therefore, if you can memorize the pattern well, then perfectly, then it should be a bit easier. Anyway, let's begin. Just press fire button to begin the first set of shots. Really out of practice. Alright, that's better. Oh, come on. Did you really expect a perfect from me? Alright. Missed. Missed again. Okay, evidently there are more than that. Must be 24 then. Eesh. And I got, nope, 25? Okay. And that is Skeet Shooting, and the last of Summer Games 1. Tune in next time when we'll have, well, the Summer Games 2 events. See you then.